I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, none of that. I'm like, this man don't love me. Maybe I'm selfish. That's hard to do. A marriage, a relationship, whatever you have with another person will not sustain if God is not in the middle of it. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, we are getting into some marriage mistakes, y'all. Whew, yeah, I only been out here for like 3 days and it's just life is just coming at me. No, but we will be having a nice little chat today, so if you're interested, please continue to watch. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Come on in, girl. I am about to put myself in a hot seat today. Child, I have been going through it. I have been posting videos for y'all, vlogs, sit down chats, all of that, all while going through it. I've been over here struggling. Not really, but my marriage has been going through a little bit of turmoil. I hate to say it, but hey, I've been looking at my husband and I'm just like, I ain't really feeling you right now, big dog. I don't even want to be around you. What T.I. say? I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, none of that. But you know, with everything, it's gonna be a little bit of hiccups in the road, so it's normal. But I'm just gonna be telling y'all a few mistakes that we have been making in our marriage so far that has got me feeling like this, and hopefully you can take note and avoid these mistakes in your marriage or soon to be marriage or your relationship, whatever, girl. So the first mistake that we have been making is being content. You know, going through the everyday routines, not having any spark or anything like that. When I tell you our lives have been so predictable since we've been back from vacation, it has been gym, work, home, eat, sleep, repeat. We have had less conversations and we haven't been on a date since we got back. Girl, when I say my heart, I'm like, this man don't love me. This man ain't making time for me. Jesus. Baby, the spark has been gone. And you know, before we got married, this was something that we were warned about. Other married couples, they would tell us, you know, don't let life get a hold of your marriage, basically. Always make time for each other. Always designate a few moments out of your day to make sure that the other person feels heard, feels loved, all of that. But baby, when I tell you, you won't learn until you actually live through it. It's like once we got back, we was on go mode. Like we didn't have time to regroup, recuperate. As soon as we got back, Kobe had to go. He left to go to like Kentucky for a few days, and then he got back and then had to turn around and go to Cincinnati. And it's just like, dang, when am I gonna have time for my husband? When are we gonna, when? So that left me here by myself with Queen, and it's just like I was going through life alone, y'all, and it was just like, it was breaking me down, to be honest with you. Because yes, I am happy that he has a job. I am happy that he's doing something that he likes. Keep in mind, when he on these trips, he's busy. It's not like he calling me in the beginning, like the first few trips that he was going on, he did have the luxury of calling me and saying, hey, what you doing? How was your day? And stuff like that. But baby, when I tell you these past few trips, I ain't heard a word from him. It's like, are you still alive? I think that situation alone has just took us down through there. But we had to sit down and ask each other, how can we correct this? Because at this point, he feeling my frustration and it's not enjoyable for him to be around me, and it's just like, it's like a domino effect. We just had to come up with better communication. You know, you telling me what's going on, you telling me how you feeling, as well as trying to have more date nights. Making each other feel loved, you know? Yes, I love being at the house. I love it. Girl, I am a homebody. But baby, when I tell you, when you work from home 24/7, the days are long, your husband don't come home until like 8 o'clock, and that's bedtime for you. It's just like a repeated cycle. Girl, you don't want to be in a house 24/7 with him. Let's go out. Let's go get some dinner. Let's go do this. We have had to craft in our mind to actively give the other person what they need. For instance, if I need to sit down and talk to you, like I want to know how your day is, you make time to sit down and talk to me. if he want to go out, okay, where you want to go? Simple things like that can make a huge difference in a marriage. We are learning, but baby, when I tell you the past month has been a roller coaster over here, it has, girl. The next mistake is, I guess you would call it selfishness in a way. I wouldn't say that it's on his end, it's more on my end. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Maybe I'm selfish. I still use the terms my or mine, this mine. I don't actively say, oh, this is ours. And I know when you get married, it goes from I to we. It's hard. That's hard to do, especially when you have been so independent your whole life. The stuff that you work for is yours. Essentially, it's yours. You work for it. You came into the marriage with this is yours. So I've been struggling trying to break away from this mine, like this mine, you go get yours, versus here, this ours. And I guess I get that from looking at the marriages in my life. Not saying that anybody's marriage is horrible, because it's not. They have beautiful marriages. But baby, when I tell you the women, they married but they so independent, I'm looking at that. Coming into this marriage, we have had two different perspectives of marriage. Kobe, he has a more traditional perspective of marriage, versus me, I have a more realistic perspective of marriage. We're trying to navigate between the two. That is something on my end, I will admit. Like I said earlier, the terms mine, my, I need to let it go, because once we said I do, it really became ours. We're one. I'm struggling. God's still working on me. I will say that we did not take marriage counseling seriously. I think we only did like one session, and then it was faults on both parties why we never went back. But I feel like if we did take it seriously, I wouldn't be struggling with this. Like, I feel like it would have been activities for me to do to really understand and get better in this area of our marriage. But hey, I'm learning. One of the last mistakes, well, it's not the last mistake, but it's like one of the last mistakes that I want to mention. One of the last mistakes that I want to mention that we're making in our marriage is confiding in other people and neglecting God. First and foremost, a marriage, a relationship, whatever you have with another person will not sustain if God is not in the middle of it. If God ain't in it, it ain't gonna last. And quite honestly, I feel like that's where a lot of our problems are stemming from. I will say, we had a great time on vacation. We did. But it's like, as soon as we got back, that's when the problems hit. You in paradise, and then boom, reality. And in my walk with Christ thus far, hadn't been long, but you know, I'm walking, I'm holding his hand. But I have realized that God has a funny way of bringing you back to him. We started off good, amazing, quite actually, when we first got married. That was probably one of the first times in our whole relationship where we took everything seriously with God. Not saying we don't, but crafting time out to actively pray together. I mean, physically getting on our knees and praying in front of God, telling him what's going on, what we asking for, thanking him for everything that he's done in our lives, in our families' lives, in our marriage. I feel like God was proud of us, but then life happened. I don't really know what happened, what caused us to stop, but we stopped. That was probably one of the worst things we could have done. Just like I said earlier, everything could be so peaceful, and then boom, you hit a bump in the road. Shoot, you know us, we automatically yelling, oh, the devil, this ain't nothing but the devil. If you stop to think about it, it really might be God. It really might be him trying to say, hey, whatever you got going on, this ain't working. You need to lean back into me. You need to rely on me. You need to give this marriage back to me. Stop trying to figure it out yourself. Stop trying to fix your problems yourself and just give it to me. We want to tell everybody our problems, looking for some solid advice that we can take, when in reality, that may not be the advice that you should apply to your situation. Really, he just wants you to turn to him and give it to him. Rely on him. I'm preaching to myself right now because I'm hella guilty of this. I literally just got out of this period. I was so impatient. Everything was going wrong, y'all. I was so impatient. I started opening my mouth. I got some solid advice, I will say that. But was it the advice that I needed? No. Some advice can really just hurt the situation more. All advice ain't good advice. Having too many people in your ear can be a problem. that's a conversation for another day. Marriage is hard. It is nowhere near easy, girl. We're young, we're still learning, and we're not always gonna get it right. But like I said, at least we learning. What better way to learn than to go through the mud with the person that you love? And I honestly believe that is the beauty of this thing called marriage. Each marriage is different and you have to go about it your own way. Don't compare yourself or your marriage to others, because truth is, we don't really know what's going on in other people's households. Maybe he could be beating her and she just smiling on social media. They just showing us the highlights and we just like, oh, Lord, I wish I had that. Whole time the Lord is protecting you because you don't really want that. Please realize that people only highlight the good in their relationship. But me, baby, I'm gonna highlight the good, the bad, the ugly. This is why we're having a conversation that we're having right now, because I believe that more conversations like this needs to be out in the world, on the internet, because I wish I would have had something like this to look at. Maybe it is some pieces out here like that, but I haven't came across. I just feel like we should have a space, we should have a community to talk about this type of stuff. So people, so young girls won't think that marriage is supposed to be perfect and blissful. Like, yes, you will have those times where everything is just going right. You love each other so bad, so much. I want to be in your skin. But there are other times where it's just like, boy, don't even think about touching me. Like, no, go on over on your side of the bed, go turn over, go to sleep. Plenty of days like that too. It's a balance. So hopefully I am creating this type of space for you guys to open up and just to share, so other young girls, other young boys, whoever it may be, can just come and read and just really understand what marriage is about. That, you know, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, but as long as y'all love each other and are willing to work towards better with each other and not give up on each other, hey, that's all that matters. You'll have a happy, healthy marriage. So if you're married or you have been married and you made some mistakes in your marriage that you would like to share, keyword, you would like to share, go ahead and leave them in a comment section. Let's have a little chat. I can learn from them and make sure I don't make those mistakes, and you know, other girls, other boys can learn from those mistakes as well. Well, all right, y'all, that's it. That's all that I have for y'all today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that y'all really listen to the 3 mistakes that I have mentioned in this video, and that you understand and try to avoid them when it's your time. Okay, as always, stay safe, God bless. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.